Changed my life. Changed the way I think. Changed my life.
Been very emotional.
Here we are.
Dun, 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 dun,
Boys of the
dun,
bush,
dun,
we're
dun.
back in town. We are back, and I don't know the rest of the song.
What are you trying to sing?
Boys in the bush, and we're back in town. Do you know it?
Nah.
It's close.
Do you know back in when we were under 16s footy, we were singing that song because we were playing at Cessnock, and we actually got a warning from the local rugby league because the Cessnock players thought we were being racist. Because we were singing the boys in the bush and they're back in town because we were playing in Cessnock. Yeah, we got in trouble. So,
Anyway,
I
welcome
know
back
why
to
I
the
haven't-
Polaris podcast.
Yeah,
How
welcome
are
back. Good. How are you? Good way to start off.
we? Yeah, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. How's that racist though?
Look,
Is Cessnock a race?
They are a very rare breed, yes.
sorry to anyone that listens who is from Cessnock.
Fuck off. How about that?
All right. Welcome back to the podcast. The boys are back.
In
Just the
town.
three of us.
Yep. Yeah.
How's everyone's weeks been, Maxi?
Yeah, my week has been pretty good, man. Let's say, on the personal front, things have been pretty good. I'm just continuing on with my implementations, like getting through little breakthroughs here and there. It's been great. Just maintaining that, maintaining or staying the course, so to speak. It's been good. And then in another realm, in the physical, I have just finished my 2023 Nationals prep for powerlifting, and I am sore as all hell. But I'm ready. I'm ready for next weekend. So all you listeners out there, if you're interested in coming to watch some big heavy weights be lifted, at the Walls End Diggers next weekend, 25th to the 27th, there'll be the GPC Nationals powerlifting competition. So there's going to be some... that's it. So there's going to be, some very strong people lifting. The women's are on the Friday, lightweight men's on the Saturday, and the big boppers on Sunday. So
Can we be there and just be yelling in the background? You don't know me, son. Who gonna carry those boats?
That's the plan.
mate, everyone will be able to carry those boats. So it's good.
That's
I
true.
appreciate
No one can carry your boats, brother.
that. Oh, jeez,
You're gonna win this.
I appreciate it, mate.
He's going to smash it.
Yeah, so I'm going. Yeah,
Put it this way, brothers. If you don't win, if you're not first, you're last. So
That's a very good point. Well, I am aiming for the three-peat, 3 in a row, so we'll be all right.
who is he? Melbourne Storm.
Yeah, I know. All Penrith Panthers.
All
It
Penrith
is a Panthers, yeah.
Or the future Knights. It's coming. Baby, it's coming.
Bro, anyway, Max, continue. You continue before we get into that. Otherwise, we'll get so sidetracked.
Yeah,
That's all right.
big
no,
time.
well, that's my week, guys. I've just been ticking along and enjoying the process, and it's it's all coming together. So
Fuck
Nice.
yeah.
Well done, man.
Fuck
Happy for
yeah.
you. I'm excited
Let's
for
go.
the next weekend. The watcher.
Yeah. Well,
no weekend after.
weekend after.
Yeah.
Because, reconnections this weekend then.
Yeah, next week. I said next weekend.
Okay, let's not get into semantics here.
Well, this weekend isn't next weekend. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. No, we get
No,
you.
I get it.
If you,
Just
Hang on, we're not going down this rabbit hole, man.
it's this weekend
Trust me, back.
is the reconnections, and then the next weekend
Yeah,
is
hey.
the Nationals.
I'm not arguing against it. You're right.
Everyone at home, let me know. Am I wrong? Am I right?
look, if we're getting into the real semantics of it, mate, like you can say next weekend. Yeah, that's fine. But this weekend coming, reconnection the weekend after. Why don't you say Sunday week? There we go. That makes
Or I
it
say
simple.
next Sunday.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense when you say next Sunday. Because when you say next Sunday, that means
the next Sunday.
the next Sunday coming.
In 2023, most people are going to say, if I'm going to,
What's 2023 got to do anything to do with it?
it just does.
It's the woke crowd.
It's the work crew, baby.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm not going down that path.
All right, Jacob, how are you? We're moving on.
I'm good, mate. How fucking up the Knights?
Yeah, man.
Fucking, what's that, 6 in a row?
6 in a row, baby.
Fuck no.
Coming up 7.
Yeah, I know. I got my bunnies this
The
week.
bunnies aren't looking very good.
Bruh. Looking like fucking cane toads out there with fucking dog water. Yeah, no. It was a really, really fucking good weekend. Watched the soccer, which was fucking cool.
Yeah, it was
Up
pretty
the
cool.
tills. That was a fucking cracker game. Lauren, I played soccer from when I was 5 to bloody like 22, 23. Lauren didn't watch one game of my soccer, but she's invested into this now because the Matildas fucking smashed it, which they have. But yeah, no, fucking, that was a absolutely cracking game. They smashed it. Do you know a funny story? This will be nice for you boys. Emily Van Egmond. Do you know Emily Van Egmond that plays in the soccer team?
No.
Plays up front.
Oh, striker.
Yeah, striker, number 10. I grew up playing soccer with her until she was about probably around like 11, and then she got way better than what I was. But anyway, we were playing her, and I used to play out at Belmont, and she used to play out at Dudley. That was her local soccer team. And there was this one night we were playing down at Valentine, this round robin, just like all the teams coming together. This is when we were like 10 years old, or yeah, something around there. This one kid, and because she was the only girl playing in the boys' teams, so she used to cop it anyway. And this one kid was like pretty much mucking around, and then like sat on the ball, sat on the ball in front of her, and like like fucking giving it to her, mate. She's just fucking walked up to him, and she's just giving him the cleanest left hook I've ever seen. Just smacked this kid.
Oh, dear.
And now, 15, 20 years later, she's just absolutely smashing it for Australia. So,
Well, if you know her that well, maybe you should get on the podcast.
I haven't spoken to her since we were 10. So.
Until that moment.
Yeah. I seen that and I've gone, fuck that.
We'll put the call out. Anybody who knows her a bit more personally than Jacob does at the moment, yeah, get her on. You're sick.
Yeah.
Once they win the cup and we can have it,
Oh, imagine.
Drink out of it.
Yeah, bring it in, yeah. Yeah, no, she's, they're absolutely killing it. So, yeah, it was good to watch that over the weekend and the Knights. Had Alia's 5th birthday on Sunday,
Wild
which was
party
a
that was.
fucking off the tits, that party. Yeah, no, she loved it. It was like a little fairy wonderland that she was able to celebrate in. What else did we do? It's about it, eh?
Yeah, it rained.
Yeah, pissed down rain yesterday.
It's great.
And yeah, last week it's just been a lot of big stuff has happened here at Polaris, which we'll get into after this. How was your last 7 days?
Good. Busy. Just working away.
Mhm.
Dropped back to part-time
Mm-hmm.
concreting
Mm-hmm.
for a bit. Hopefully I'll be going full-time. I did set a date. Today was the date to be full-time, but taking a little bit of time, which is all good. So I just dropped it back to, just a couple of days now concreting and doing this, which has been great. Other than that, the week's been good. Like watching Matildas. I went to a friend's. We had a Luke Combs party. Yep. Which no Luke Combs got played because the old people wanted to watch the Matildas.
Matildas, yeah.
And the whole time I was just sitting there. I was like, "Fuck this!" And then it finally got to like the penalty, like the last 10 minutes, and I was so into it.
Best today.
And in the shootout, I was covering my eyes. I was like, "Just shoot the fucking ball!"
Yeah.
It was so funny. My friend Alicia, she was just sitting there, just cracking up laughing at me because she like the whole we were there for the Luke Combs.
Yeah.
And she's just like into everyone, like just off everyone. She's just like, "Fuck this!" And then she was into it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. But had that, and then watched the Knights play, which was good.
Man,
They're going good, man.
Yeah, fuck. Oh, I'm happy that Hastings isn't out.
Oh, me too.
for
When I saw him
ages
go
as well.
down the way he did, I was like,
Right,
"Ooh,
I
that
thought he
could be a
snapped his
while."
ankle. I was like,
That's the same one he hurt too.
Good. Yeah. Fuck, you had me a little bit worried there, Maxie.
Oh, it just keeps flashing.
Yeah, no, he fucking went. Yeah, he did really well and fucking they smashed it. I thought when he went off, because he went off at like 14-0. When he went off, I was just like, fuck, might go a bit left now and they
Yeah,
might come
no, they
back
did
into
good.
it. It's fucking 30-0 at half time.
I
Cash it in.
kind of knew it wasn't going to be too bad because he was sitting on the sideline for the rest of the game. Normally when
Yeah.
it's pretty bad, they get taken away.
And he walked off as well.
Yeah.
That was a good sign.
So I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
don't think it'd be, maybe it might be a week or two, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, what's that new injury that they all fucking get now?
Syndesmosis.
Is that new or is it just because it
Syndesmosis.
seems like everyone's getting it?
Nah, syndesmosis. Yeah, it's that little fine little bone and ligament right in your ankle.
Yep.
Yeah,
Is it
once
just
you
in your ankle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like around your tibia ankle. Yeah, I don't know how many blokes down at North when I was playing rugby had it.
So many people do
blokes,
it.
Yeah.
Well, is it just like more of like a severe rolled ankle or
Pretty much, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It just
Gotcha.
keeps fucking. It's one of those ongoing things. It just keeps playing up. Playing
Yeah,
up.
gotcha.
Yeah. Well,
Gotcha.
Lucky I didn't know I was too fat.
No. But the fucking really exciting thing about that Matildas game is since we went second, for those 3 times that France missed, if they let's just say if they scored those, every single penalty we had to score, otherwise we were out.
Yeah.
So every time they missed, we missed. Every time they scored, we scored until obviously, shout out Mrs. Vine steps up and absolutely slots it. So it was
she
fucking
killed that.
exciting. And you know, I had to drive out to Maryland that night to go get Ali's
Oh yeah.
B-Day
You
stuff.
rang your mum.
Mate, I fucking rang mum because I was shitting myself. I was like, I don't want to put it on my phone. For some reason in my head, and I do this all the time with the bunnies as well. If I start watching a game and then I have to leave and I can't keep watching the game, in my head I'm like, it's going to be bad luck if I start rewatching the game. So I don't start watching it until it's done, and then I'll watch the highlights. So with the Matildas game, I watched up until full time, and then I had to leave. So they went through all of extra time, and then I looked at my phone, and it was still 0-0. Yeah. And that's when I rang mum, and I was just like, you need to tell me every single penalty. So for like 20 minutes, she's like screaming, and I was saying a lot of swear words, and I apologise to any French people out there, but I was calling you a few names. So, yeah, I had a few French mates that used to work at the pub. They all fucking messaged me. I just messaged back saying "Parlez-vous français, baby." I don't know what that means, but I think doesn't that mean like take your shirt off?
Parlez-vous français.
You know that say "Parlez-vous français"? Hey,
Do you speak French?
that's probably it.
Hey, you can't ask him because he did lose the
I'll Google it. Yeah, I
the
won it.
mastermind. So
I'll fucking
maybe we take your answer.
I'll have a Google. Anyway,
That's all right, mate. I'll just keep screaming in German then.
oh,
You do you, man.
how do you spell it? Parley.
Don't ask me, bro.
Parley.
I came last in the spelling bee. Wait, we should get back into that because we're gonna be doing that. I don't know, whoever loses.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah,
do that
yeah.
today.
Max is right. Yeah, do you speak French?
Yes.
Anyway, I don't know where I got to take your shirt off from.
I'll do it though.
I won't. But no, it was fucking good weekend. Good weekend of sport. EPL started up again.
Ooh.
None of you boys care about that,
I
but
know what the fuck that is.
Man, what are you talking about? I enjoy
fucking
it.
Manchester
One of
United.
my biggest highlights when I was a little kid was sitting up late.
Mm.
I was able to stay past my bedtime to
Yep.
sit on with Dad, and we used to watch the EPL highlights on SBS.
Yes.
That was so much fun.
Yeah. Oh,
And,
mate.
it was my favourite team. My favourite team was Newcastle, not because it was Newcastle, like we lived close to them, but because they had the black and white stripes.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. They were my favourite team. And then obviously once Dad told me that his favourite team was West Ham, I think it was West Ham or Arsenal, because that's where he used to live in
Yep.
England. That was his team. He used to go and watch them. And then
Both.
I was like, oh, they're my team.
Both scum.
Thanks.
No, I actually had a very vivid memory like that as well. Because back when I was like 14, 15, the only way that you could watch the EPL was through Foxtel. That was the only way. And we could not afford Foxtel. So I made really good friends. I shouldn't say it because I've just gone to watch the EPL. I had a really good friend and used to stay over there all the time and watch the EPL, and just watching Cristiano Ronaldo just
Who did he
tear it
play
up.
for back then?
Manchester United. That's why I
Thought so.
support Manchester United. Yeah, great times.
Yeah, there's a little little rugby trivia too. When you go and watch, I think when you play Ireland play, there's a road you go down, and the tradition is you have to have a pint at every pub before you get to the ground. It starts at the corner, you go all the way there. Now people go, yeah, fuck, I can do that. I think there's like 11 pubs within like that few hundred meters of road.
Jesus.
And so most people don't make it to the game.
Yeah, you fucking roll into the game.
That's right. You got to like proper big pints of Guinness, and probably over there they don't really care about alcohol content. They
Yeah.
go for it, mate.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And I think someone was telling me they were there when Ireland beat New Zealand. Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
that'd
that's
been
big.
huge.
That's huge.
Oh my god! Like,
Jesus.
Yeah, it was big.
Yeah, isn't fucking New Zealand are just killer still, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just smoked the Wallabies.
I didn't smoke us, man. It was 23-20, like last game.
That's a lot. What's the game bet for that though?
Oh fuck, I don't know.
They got pumped.
Yeah, we got pumped by heaps of people.
Who's
I think they've won a Bledisloe Load Cup.
Yeah, not since like 2003 or something.
They've only like one.
A little
It's
while.
like 20 years, bro.
It's been a little while.
Jesus. What is a Bledisloe Cup between Australia and New Zealand?
It's like State of Origin.
Oh, what, 3
Pretty much,
games?
3 games.
Yeah,
Well,
cool.
it used to be only 2. You play 2 games, so if you won both, obviously it's
Yeah,
yours.
yeah.
But if you won one, lost one, then whoever had it last would retain it. But
Yeah.
then they moved to the 3-game system.
What's the team? Fuck, I'm gonna fucking embarrass myself here.
Yeah.
What's the team over from like Wales, Ireland, and all that, and they come together?
Lions. The Lions.
Yeah,
They're
the
coming
Lions.
over. Yeah, they're coming over. They only play every 4 years.
Yeah.
As well.
Is that why it's like a big thing?
Huge.
Because I've got a few Irish mates and they always go on about it and they
Yeah.
always say, "Fuck, the Lions are coming out here to play.
So
Like we've got to go watch it." Yeah, right.
It's very rare. So they will come every 4 years and they will tour either South Africa, New Zealand, or Australia. So really, in essence, they only come to your country every 12 years. And I think with COVID, it kind of pushed back one of them, like the most recent tour, Lions tour. But now they're coming. It's going to be sold out, man. Like everyone's going to go. It's gonna it's pretty epic. And, you get your best players of the last 4 years.
So they're like the Harlem Globetrotters.
Well, no, because they actually play.
Yeah.
They play proper rugby. But yeah, you get your superstars there, and you got some players out there who have played in have played 3 Lions tours, which means they've been around for 12 years.
Yeah,
at the top
right.
level of rugby. Like I think the most capped rugby player, like international rugby player, is Alan Wynne-Jones from Wales, 173 or 172 games.
Wild.
That's like international games. That's not. You got to think like an international. Minus your World Cups, international games, you probably get maybe what?
Yeah, like
9 or
Thurston
10.
that only play like I think they haven't played that many international
You
games.
really don't. Really don't. So even anyone cracking 50 is massive.
Yeah, right.
And then you've got Richie McCaw, the GOAT of all time, like that bloke. And a few others. Even Sam Whitelock. They've Richie McCaw himself has captained 100, let alone captained 100.
Yeah,
He's
wow.
played 140 odd. Sam Whitelock's played 150 odd tests. Like these guys, just amazing.
To be in the Lions, do you have to be from the United Kingdom? Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, cool. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I like that sports chat.
Yeah, that's just me.
Yeah, I love it.
Love me rugby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
What do we got over there, Maxi?
What's up next?
I think we're going to talk a bit about our announcement that we did this week.
Oh, yeah.
About the Polaris expansion. So for those who aren't aware, we're starting to branch out a little bit more and start expanding the pretty much all our programs a little more. Jacob's kind of taken a bit more of a director role, the proper owner, and he's going to start handing the torch over to Tahi, Acacia, and myself with a bit of coaching in the shifts and King's Legacy and Empress when it gets up and running. Also, we're going to be doing, I'm looking over at the board here, we got some community givebacks sort of thing. I think our first one's on the 26th of August. We're going to do the Glenrock Walk.
Yeah. Just make sure.
Does that mean you can't do that?
No, I'll come. I'll be weighing in at 10 o'clock that morning. So I'll be...
Oh, is it a full proper weigh in and everything?
Yeah, man.
What are you going to be at?
I'm in the 110 kilo class. So...
Is that bigger than you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's like... Well, I think for men's it goes like 56, 62 and a half, 67, 72 and a half, 82 and a half. Then it goes 90, 100, 110, 125, 140, then super heavyweights.
So there's bigger people than you.
Yeah. But is there stronger people than me?
Will they lift more weight than you?
Some at the top level, yeah, do. Some do.
So you're telling me people lift more than 400 kilos on a squat?
There's not many, but yeah.
Really?
Bro, there's a bloke in South Africa called Nick Dupree. I idolise him. He's actually responded to a couple of my stories, and so we're best mates. This bloke's he's in the 100.
Same as me and Van Egmont.
What's that? What's that fucking meme? Delete me number of chunks. Remember and Drake?
Oh yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. After we had that potty with Simi, so everybody just delete our number. We've gone clear now. Don't even respond.
Yeah,
we talk to different people now. Don't worry about it.
Well, I just operate different circles now. Mate. No,
Yeah.
So he's 125 kilo, lean. He's ripped, man. But that guy he's just finished his prep for his comp. He's finished off with a 425 squat, 255 kilo bench, and a 400 kilo deadlift.
Holy shit,
Bro.
So it's like 1,080 kilos at 125 kilos. Like that's next level. Like that's proper elite. You got to think there's not many people who've cracked 1,000 kilos in the world. Like the ton. That's a huge effort.
Are you close to cracking the ton?
Yeah, close-ish. Like I've actually got to put together a proper meet.
Yeah.
That's where I don't rip and muscle, which I've done the last couple comps.
Sure.
But yeah, my training total has finished up at 950 or something or other.
Bruh.
So yeah, give me a year or two, and I'll be I want to try and crack 1,000, which I'll be the first Aussie 110 to do it. So there we go.
Wild.
fucking hell.
Wild.
Yeah,
Oh, back to the expansion.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, an
Sorry.
expansion. So yes, I will be there. I will be
Yeah.
there. Probably getting a little bit of a sweat on, so I can actually make the way. But I'll make weight pretty easy, I think. So yeah, we're going to do that. Go for a bit of a walk, bit of a stroll. Doing a few other sort of a few different sort of give backs as well, like just little events here and there, and just really trying to broaden broaden our user base. Well, user base, our reaching out to different people, different facets. So we get our awareness out there that we are sort of an empowerment group that will help people kind of go through their challenges and help them come through on the other side, be better versions of themselves. So what all our loyal listeners already know that we're about, but those who are tuning in as well, learn a bit about us through our pages. Yeah, we're going to start expanding out to the general public a little more and, really start to give Polaris that household name in a way. So, yeah, on the back of that, Jacob, would you like to let us know what sort of vision you have in mind for our expansion?
Yeah, I've been looking at the idea of expanding for a while. He's mentioned it to me before, and yeah, when he said that, I was just like, yeah, no fucking chance. Like, get the fuck off. But that was like a point in time where it was just like I'm not even thinking about, I guess, expanding to new levels. It was just more like I can't fucking focus on that when I'm trying to sell into the next program. But fortunately, we're in a position now where, it still comes as a challenge sometimes, yes, but we can start to focus on expanding. I've been doing a bit of work with a new business coach. And by the way, when I say a bit of work, I'm talking one Zoom call. We haven't actually started fully working yet, but I had a Zoom call with him a couple of weeks ago, and we were speaking about the idea of expanding the business, and he was getting an understanding of what Polaris is. And when I was speaking about Polaris, he was just like, "Well, it's not a sole trader group anymore, is it? It's a company." And I was just like, "Yeah, exactly." So he's just like, "Well, a company just doesn't operate with all separate offerings, and that's it." I was just like, yeah, I'm listening. He's like, yeah, cool. So come back to your signature offerings, and then people that you want, that they can still have their own offerings as well. I was just like, bang, fuck yeah. So, I don't get me wrong. Over the past week and a half, I've probably been the most anxious that I've been in 4 years. But what I preach to all of my clients is that's a chance for me to look at that reasoning and see why, that's coming through. So, it's been exciting. It's been fucking gut wrenching. It's funny when you step into this, it's like, what if it doesn't work? What if we do all of this and it just doesn't work? And then, what if, we say we do this and it doesn't work with here, or what if we try this and it doesn't work? And I just began to reflect on, these are the same thought processes that I had years ago when I started this. So why would I start listening to those, and believing those thoughts now? Yeah. So I've become aware of, and this is probably a bit of advice for our listeners as well. Whenever you do have those thoughts of like, what if this doesn't work? What if I fail? There's your opportunity to go, yep, cool, I'm on the right path. Because I think I said to you in a voice note, maybe, it was just like, over the past 2 weeks, I've experienced fucking excitement, anxious, fucking nerves, gut-wrenching fucking tears. I've cried. I've been happy. I've done all of it. Yeah. I think I said to Max, I was just like, but isn't that the way life should be? Yeah. Isn't that the way you should experience life? Like, it shouldn't be just like, wake up, gym, work, eat, sleep. Wake up, gym, work, sleep.
For a lot of people, that is life. That's what I did for freaking 15 years.
But and that's what I mean. It's just like, shouldn't we just get to a point of going, yep, cool, isn't there something more that I can do with this? And that's why I'm very thankful of this business, because pretty much every single day now, there's just so many things that are happening now, and it's just like, it's fucking hard, don't get me wrong, but it's experiencing every aspect of it. It's experiencing all the, use this as a word, all the humanness that is coming through with all of it. So, Max just touched on it before, but to get more, specific of what this expansion looks like, it's, first of all, we started Polaris Ambassadors. So that means if you are active on social media. Like, we don't care about how many followers you got. Like, I don't give two rats about that. If you're active on socials and you align to our brand and align to, you know, what our message is and what we're doing, then reach out, because we have like this really, really cool thing where we'll partner up with you. You become an ambassador for us, and then in return we'll give you back something. Yeah, really, really cool. It's valued pretty high as well, and like obviously if you get more sales through your part, then the more you get in return. So it's a really cool thing. So yeah, reach out to any of us or reach out to Acacia, and then we'll get onto it. We've had 3.
We got 2 official. Did you?
2 official, and then I've messaged.
Yeah, I gave him.
You've
heads up.
you've already done it. Yes,
So I gave him a heads up.
Yeah, cool.
Contact.
Yeah, sweet. So yeah, probably 3. I dare say he's going to say yes to it anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got 3. But if you find that interesting and you want to partner up with us, and reach out. That's the first part, because I've just found that it's all well and good to, you know, have these really good marketing campaigns and pay for advertising and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you know, the way that we're going to get ourselves out there is exposing ourselves through social media, and also through word of mouth and pieces like that. So this is the best way for us to get out there. Second piece is, like Max said, we're going to start doing community meetups once a fortnight. These pieces are completely free. Like, we're going to do bushwalk, breathwork, and cacao. Not this weekend, weekend after. and then 2 weeks time we'll do like just off the top of my head, maybe like a coffee meetup, or we might go for a walk along the beach or something like that, just so we can start to get ourselves out there, but also start to communicate with you all and get to know you more. Not just you get to see us and work with us in like a self-development world. It's more just getting to know you. So we're implementing that. And then the third piece with the expansion is Tahi, Max, and Acacia are going to go through a training process to start learning how to coach the shift, King's Legacy, and then also Acacia will jump into the Empress as well, which will be our 9-month program for our women.
Which is pretty exciting.
As well, which I'm probably like 75% through it at the moment. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. I'm really pumped to start bringing that through. So yeah, these guys are going to go through a training process. Tahi's going to be the first one that's going to go through it. While Tahi's doing that, Max and Acacia are going to start working on their own offerings. We just did some filming with Max before this, just to start getting his more personal content out there. And then Acacia's gone on holidays, so she'll be back in a couple of weeks, and then we'll get cracking in with her. So yeah, expect Max and Acacia's offerings to come out, and then also Tahi's going to start training up, and he's going to take over the next men's shift intake. Just going to be fucking awesome. So the purpose of me doing this is it scares the fuck out of me, and I've found that that's where the next growth piece is. And so what does that mean for me? It means that I will still do the programs as well, but I'm going to start, like Max said, start taking more of like a director role, and also start taking on one-on-one clients. I'm going to really start focusing on one-on-one clients. I think I've also found a new avenue in regards to actually becoming a mentor for either like other coaches out there or business owners out there as well. I'm actually working with a few at the moment. And it's just another direction as well. So
It's exciting, man.
yeah, it's fucking exciting. It's nerve-wracking. It's like all of the pieces at once. And with that comes all the fucking boring shit of got to change change it to a company, and then you've got to fucking, do all of these other things. And I'm thankful, shout out Jess, we've got our VA that's just like, I just call her the fairy godmother. Like, it's just like, she just gives me a list, and she's like, in order for her to get to here, we've got to do this. And I'm like, love it. Like, it's just so specific, and she just goes, yep, do this, this, this. I'm like, sweet, love it, cool, I'll get that done. So yeah, I've been rambling. I've been talking a lot, but that's the next phase, and I'm pumped for these guys to start coaching in that manner, and also doing. They're going to be called our signature offerings now, which is the Shift and Kings and Empress. It's going to be really fucking cool. It's going to be really cool, and yeah, we're going to go through this process for the next 12 months, and then after the 12-month period, this is where haven't even told you guys this, but this is where the next expansion phase is then going to kick in. Is after that period, then you will start stepping up and you'll start training coaches to start doing the shift.
Nice.
So that's how it'll start expanding that way. But also we are going to be so fucking detailed on who is stepping into the coaching roles, by the way. We've got to be so detailed in who we bring into. I have one person in mind, which I think I told you guys about already. But yeah, we've got to be so particular with it, especially when we're expanding in that way. So yeah, there's that. And then by the start of next year, I've already set in my calendar, but the start of next year, we'll be out of here. We're going to have our own warehouse.
Yes, we are.
So with that warehouse, then we're going to start having our own podcast space. Yes. Our own offices where Max and Acacia will have their own offices as well. But then also we're going to start and have like this open hall space where we'll do like memberships and we can do daily breathworks, ice bars, whatever it may be. That's the vision. We're going to do it and we're going to fucking...
That's been our vision for a long time and I can't wait for it.
Manifest it. Because we've been so focused on this, we haven't been focused on large scale. Oh, yeah. So the more, you upscale, the more that you can upscale in other areas like that. So I know that you said, you've stepped down from full-time to part-time in your concreting, which is awesome. But very, very fucking soon you're going to start.
Yeah, I already know it's very close.
Like it's just around the corner.
Yeah.
And the quicker that we can get this training process, and once again, I'm just dropping bombs on here that I haven't spoke to you about yet. But let's
this is the only time we talk to each other. He's on the podcast.
Bull fuck. I talk to you more than Lauren.
Yeah, I don't steal your fucking food, Lauren.
Don't go there, bro.
I know.
Don't go there. Hey, I'll have to go home to it.
I just got goosebumps because that's how pissed off I am.
But let's start training process next week.
Let's start today, baby.
And fast track it. Oh, we can start this week.
Yeah.
We could do that.
I'm ready to go, baby.
All right, we'll start
Ready
that
to
because then the quicker we can do that, then we can get you started in coaching the shift.
That's sick.
That's get you cracking and rolling. So what I might actually do is I might not even open up another men's shift and I might get you trained up first and then open it.
Yes, baby.
So
cool.
On the back of that thing. Tahi, how do you feel about that, mate?
Look, I've been waiting to say something for a while. It was great listening to Jake.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I'm very excited for this whole expansion and everything that's going on because I had this vision. I think it was when Nez came on. I think she asked me what's like a goal or business goal, and I said one of them was to teach the shift because I was like in my head, like the way I saw this is kind of like with concrete business, like you learn from the tradesmen like above you to be able to help them be able to step up to relax a bit more kind of thing. And that's what I said. I said it'd be like for me to take over the shift to give him more time with his family and to step up into the director vision.
Sorry to cut you off, but do you know when you said, that just recalled my memory. When you said, I want to start doing the shift so Jacob can have more time off with the family.
Yeah.
In my head, I've gone, fuck you. Like, I don't want more time with the family like that. Like, I was threatened by it.
Yeah.
Like, and I was just like, but that is the sole reason why I really lent into this because, like, I was triggered. Fucking massively triggered. I was just like, no, fuck you, man. Like, I've worked so hard at this, da-da-da. And then over the last month/2 months, I've really started to look at it. And I was just like, well, like, this is what I kept repeating to myself. I was just like, well, why did you bring him in the first place?
Yeah.
If you're going to be that minded of going, nah, like pretty much like a child tucking a tantrum with his toys, like, well, why did you bring people in the first place? I was like, well, I want to help as many people as I can and also expand this into what we can. And I was just like, well, you've brought him in for a reason. So that's what needs to happen. But yeah, certain events have just kicked it off. But yeah, funny that you said it like that because that just recalled a memory.
Yeah. And I kind of saw that, like this vision happening. I just didn't know when it would happen of us having this big expansion to bring like you guys in, you and Acacia, and then you's doing your thing, I'm doing my thing, and then we like Jacob then builds himself up to go even higher, and then we all just come up together. And then even with the whole shed idea, like I remember sitting around in a shed.
When it keeps a shed.
Yeah, just writing on the wall. I think we had put it on the whiteboard, and then I think I walked outside and literally rang someone straight away and was like, "Well, onto it." I mean, we could have had a spot, but it was very expensive.
Yeah. It's like what we're paying now which is
Times 400.
fucking very manageable. And I thank you, Robert, if you listen to this. Do not increase the rent yet.
Yeah.
I
think he likes us.
Oh, he's a fucking legend. I had a yarn to him today. He's so good. It's like 4 times what this is per week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was just
it was
like,
huge.
and this is back then when I literally had you and 2 others as clients, and that was it.
Yeah.
Like that was my income, and I was like, love the optimism. Holy fuck.
We were just like, because in that time we were just like, do we just lean into it and just go for it and just build and everything will just happen. And it's kind of like if it went that way, it probably would have worked out eventually. But like, this is going to be a lot more stable. I feel.
Sustainable. Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
sick.
It's good that we've built the
Foundations,
mate,
maybe.
fuck, I can't wait till we can look back on this in 3 years' time and look back at this.
No, do you know what? I had a big realization the other day. Someone asked me about the podcast, and then I went back and looked at it, and it was me and you sitting in a in a little room.
Yeah.
And then even like, but not even that, man. Like my whole life back then, when we first started, was like, I was in such a different headspace. I was such a different person, and then now to look back at where we're at, it's just like.
It's fucking wild, eh?
Because I wrote down my I had a little bit teary when I was doing that new bio, writing it down, and I just started writing it, and it's just like, when you read it, you're gonna be like, holy fuck, this is not so different. And then even that I was just like writing that down. And I was like, fuck, like I've been through so much in the last 18 months.
Even I don't know if we told this story to Maxie, but when we were in that room, this is back at Keeves's apartment. It was just in his spare room.
Yeah, wow.
We went to that used fucking furniture store, just picked up this old school trestle table so we could fit all the podcast stuff on it. I just said to him, I was just like, which is not even a fair trade. I was just like, I'll buy the podcast gear, you get the table. It's like, sweet, I'll just pay $3,000 on podcast gear. You pay $100 on a table.
Yeah.
Cheers, brus. So we set it all up, and those first episodes, I'll show you when we get off here, they weren't color graded. So it was just like black and white nearly.
Yeah.
Like it was out of sync. I didn't know how to sync audio. I didn't know how all of this worked. But when we were in that room, we set goals of what we wanted this podcast to do and what it wanted to be. And our very, very first goal that we wanted, and we started this, last September? Yeah, last September.
No.
Yeah, it was only last September.
It was in August, wasn't it? I swear it was when I was around my birthday time. Yeah, no, it was
August,
around
September.
August.
It was, 12 months ago?
July, yeah.
Yeah, 12
like
months ago.
Yeah.
Our very first goal that we set was we want Jordan Simi on the podcast. That was our very first one.
Yeah, man.
And when we were writing it down, we were
like,
just
this won't
like,
happen.
this is no chance, but we're going to fucking set it. Literally, 8 months later?
Not even that. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, it would have been that.
Yeah,
When did
about
we
8
do
months.
it? June.
No, March, April. We went down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just after my birthday or just before my birthday. So like 8 months later, we've ticked off this goal. And like I only really started deep in this a few weeks ago, and I started to reflect on it, and I was just like when we started then, we were getting fucking 3 listens a fucking episode. Like nothing. Like it was me, it was my mum, his mum, and probably your sister. That was it.
Yeah.
And now like it's getting to a point.
Now it's my little nephew. Selena woke up the other day, my sister, and she was like, why is Uncle Tahi in the house? And this is like 6:30 in the morning. My little nephew, she walks downstairs, my little nephew,
Oh, so good.
he's sitting on a lounge, got his rug, just rugged up, just watching a podcast, and
that's cute.
That's
man,
cute.
it's so sick, eh?
I've got to watch my language.
Yeah. Oh no, Selena's like, she came round when she realised what he was doing. She's like, had to watch,
Turn it
like,
off.
make sure what episode it was.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
goes, because all he does is bloody swears. I mean, nephew said that, he's like, you swear a lot. I was just like,
Sorry, Selena.
you'll get there, brother.
But yeah, it was fucking awesome to, reflect on. And that's a crazy thing. We've only been doing this podcast for 12 months. Like, that's gone so quick.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many big things that have happened over that 12 months. And I think it's going to be really cool for us to sit back in 12 months, 24 months time, and to look back at these last couple of weeks and go, that was the time that we expanded and we were fucking shitting it. But we actually got to a point of us going, like, it's us 4 now. What could it be like in 2 years' time?
Right.
It could be 10. It could be 15, right? But the point is we're setting such good foundations at the moment. And that's why I'm really proud of us, because like we all know what it's like when we work in big businesses and big companies. Sometimes, if you don't have those foundations set, that people do get lost. People do get lost, and That's why
I still get lost in the sauce.
But that's why it's so important for what we're establishing and what we spoke about 2 weeks ago of, doing those things for us every month and getting those things sorted. And even those things, I don't even want to talk about those on the podcast because that's just for us. That's for us to go do,
Yeah.
And that's why I'm very proud of the way that we have come together, because for a lot of the time of this year, it did just feel like me. And that's because it was me doing that. I was the one that was causing me to feel like that. But now it's getting to a point of going, yeah, cool. I do have a team next to me and they are, stepping up. Like all you guys are stepping up.
I think the best thing that happened to me and also you and I was that last thing that we went through recently with a while ago. I think that was probably the best thing that ever happened to us, to like help us grow and be on the same page with each other. And it was ever since that moment, man. I think it's just. I remember you sent me a message, and you asked, "Why do you feel like you want to do more in a reconnection?" And my reply, I can't remember the detail of the reply, but then you were just like, your reply back to that was like, "That's the self-centered king I've been looking for." Like it wasn't like an ego response; it was just like, and you're like, you've done it.
Yeah. Look. There's something that I see in you, like all of us, but specifically you, that you haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
Like, remember that. Like, there's a reason why. And let's face it, there could have been many a time where I've just said, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, could have been many a time. But.
It's true.
I want to say it all.
Yeah.
No.
But, like, even like you said, that certain thing, there was a couple of people, which I'll say after so you don't have to stress your mind, of being like, oh, just why don't you tell him to move on? But every single time that I've said to them, I was just like, no. I see something in him, and if I did something that, upset someone or upset someone that I really care about or whatever, I wouldn't want them to go fuck off. Because that's the easy way for both of us. You can just go, fuck him. I'm just going to move on, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. And it's easy for me, and I'll just go, fuck him. I'll just find someone else. It's a lot more challenging for us to then go, no, I remember the very first visualization I had 2 years ago of seeing him step up and start doing this beside me. Like, there is a reason why that you need to go through all of this. And it's the same with me. I need to go through certain things as well.
Yeah.
Because then we can start, stepping up as a business. And like I said, man, doing this for 3 years, 4 years by myself, or 3 years by myself, to then have someone come in and go, oh, I'll do everything you're doing, scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like...
Well, it's funny that so many people like say to me like, oh, you guys must have been friends for like since you're kids. And I'm like, no, I've literally known him for 18 months. Yeah. I was like, since I first started this whole journey, it was him that was there next to me. And they're like, fuck, the way he's like chemistry with each other is like spot on. And I was like, yeah. I said, we kind of just picked it.
Yeah, that's why it works perfectly.
Do you know what I was actually going to say to you the other day? But I was like, maybe this is a little bit weird. But do you know when you met around soulmate? Like surround someone who's like your person that you just get at each other, and I feel like that's me and him.
Yeah, maybe that's the certain thing that I seen a couple of years ago that you haven't seen yet.
Yeah,
it's actually really.
Are we getting married?
It's funny to.
I've done it once. I'll do it again.
Yeah. It's funny you say that because as I was watching it, seeing you guys interact and say that and talk about that, especially yourself, where a lot of people want to weigh in, or some people want to weigh in on a relationship and say, no, get rid of him, give him a flick. It's a very perfect analogy for a lot of relationships out there. When you let other people dictate the way you see things, what you see, and then you go, oh, they start map contaminating.
Yeah.
They contaminate your map, and then they try and make your decision, and they get involved in your relationship. It's like, no, and that's what I'm saying. You guys you saw something to keep him in here. Yeah. And it does, and I'm just looking at there. It's a mirror with society, I feel, anyway, with relationships. A bit of a segue into our next topic anyway, about that, where, it's really between the two people who are in that relationship. If you feel it's a fucking worthy investment, stick to it.
Well, the two people in that relationship need to understand that, because a lot of people... Now, I used to be like this. I never used to want to communicate that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people now having these hard conversations and communicating, they see it as like a fight. And I used to see it as a fight, but it's not. Like a lot of my biggest growths are come from these hard conversations. Like the conversation we had on Friday was like so fucking good. Even though it wasn't bad. We didn't get at each other or anything. We just pulled up each other's shit that we need to fix and whatever. And then from that, it's just like, and I just love that so much more. But then in a relationship, if you try and have those conversations to someone who isn't comfortable in having that, it's like that's where it gets the confusion. But I think you just need to, like nowadays, most people, you just need to have these tough conversations with each other and just be like, understand if you love that person and they love you. It's just like how you're going to grow together is by communicating and being brutal with each other, being honest, not hiding shit from each other. Like we don't hide much from each. I don't think I hide anything from the only time we hide is when we go to the toilet. But we're trying to work past that.
Jacob and I said that. No, I fully agree, man. I fully agree with what you're saying. It's well, like I say, we're kind of moving into our next topic of conversation in relationships, and like sort of what we see in a partner and things like that. And you guys obviously see each other.
Well, the thing is what you see in your partner is what you see in yourself.
That's exactly right. You're holding her up.
Yeah.
So a thing I saw recently is obviously from our boy. What was his name?
We can't be our boy if you don't know him.
No, his name. I keep forgetting his name, but he's a young English fella who talks a lot about relationships, and he says, write down a list of what you want in a partner. Whether it be trustworthiness, love, respect, looks, or taking care of yourself, things that you value in a relationship. You get that list out, you write that down, and then you act on that. You become that.
Yeah.
Because and I found that too, especially working with Nezzy, narrative bin. You will attract what you put out.
Yeah, 100%.
So if you put out like this, if you put out something that's inauthentic or unauthentic, something that you don't, like you like this image, some sort of fake image or whatever you want to put out, but you're not really following that up with your actions, then you're going to start getting people like that too. Yeah, they meet you on the superficial level, but when things aren't you're not getting fulfilled in that deeper sense, like when you're really trying to make a connection, you're really trying to delve deep and try and find your person or your soulmate, like you guys say, then you're going to find those huge gaps between them.
Yeah.
And that's where it leads to the detriment of the relationship, and it's done. And it's unfortunate. It hurts because you do make a bit of an emotional investment. You've spent a lot of time, energy, love, all these sorts of things. Taking time away from yourself and trying to invest it in someone else, and which is healthy in a relationship when you're trying to build it. But if you're doing it based on something that's inauthentic, like you say, working the shadow pyramid, like if you're doing things that it's just not quite there, then it's going to be tough, and it's not going to be as rewarding or fulfilling, and you're going to lead to resentment. It's going to lead to fights that are, like you say, very superficial. They're not going to be, it's going to be something that triggers you for no reason, and it's not going to be an approach to the conversation with love or concern or construction, like a constructive argument. It's going to be an attack, and that's where you get your walls up, and then that just keeps festering, and it's not going to be ideal. So
I think it's like we were saying before, a lot of people don't just want to have these conversations or like be honest with themselves. You know what I mean? Like even I used to be like that big time.
Yeah, same.
Like
Same.
I even now I say to myself after the Friday conversation I had with Jacob, I wrote down what do I want in a partner, and then I literally just looked at that and I was like, what am I doing any of that I want in a partner? And then there was a couple of things I was doing, a couple of things I wasn't doing, and I was just like, all right, that's what I need to focus on, and that's what I need to work on. Yep. And I think like treating, and I think I'll say this in tonight's video, or tonight that I'll post my video, it even says to treat yourself how you want to be treated, love yourself how you want to be treated. Yeah. And that's, if you're doing that, like, a thing I heard the other day was like, date yourself.
Yeah.
Like date yourself every day, like you're gonna date the person you love.
That's a good point, man. Because that's been my challenge. To be honestly, like I've been like, well, I think some of my content we filmed today is around that. I have a lot of in the past I've had a lot of low self worth. And a lot of my actions were about people pleasing. Yeah, making everyone in my circle happy, healthy, and safe, secure, healthy, with no regard for my own. Like I didn't give a shit about myself, so it was quite tough to sort of, it was hard to probably led to a few detriments of relationship where I would give so much of myself to someone else but nothing to me. Yeah, so to be like, oh cool, I feel great for a minute, and then it's like, well, I'm not growing with them. I'm just still sort of, in the dark times when you're kind of by yourself, or those moments of weakness, you're just in despair. And like you say, you got to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, it's always that age-old comment, isn't it? If you can't love yourself, you can't love someone else. With the same sort of thing. And that's probably a good reason why a few of mine have gone wayward. And that's fine. That's how you learn. It was a catalyst for all this growth.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I am in love. I do love myself, not in that arrogant sort of up yourself way, not at all. It's like I value who I am. I value the success that I've got for myself.
Yeah.
I value and love how far I've come in a shorter space, but also in the longer term as well. Like how far I've come in, like say the last, almost 12 months I've been working with you guys. But even, I've been finding quick successive breakthroughs recently when things just start to click and go right, and then I act on that with a little bit more vigor. And I find, like you say, Tahi, I find being by myself so much more enjoyable than being in a circle. It's like taking time for yourself, dating yourself. It's fun, man. Like my morning cafe routine of reading a book and drinking too much coffee and eating a shit ton of food, like that's fun. I enjoy that shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to really break that much.
Yeah.
Except for going for work and got to pay the bills somehow. Shake the dollar bills,
Yeah. All right. What we got next on our list?
Well, we're going to have a little bit of fun. And
what are we doing?
I didn't know we haven't had fun yet.
Oh, by the way, before we get into that next topic, see how you guys were talking?
Yeah.
Exact fucking reason why you're going to be the best coaches. Like, you guys will get wrapped up in the ideologies of going, what if I say the wrong thing? What if I can't do this? What if I can't do that? Just be yourself and talk. That's it. That's how you coach. That's how you're going to have all of these breakthroughs. And if you were in a coaching session, let's just say, and you were online and you were speaking about relationships and someone was going through a deep amount of pain in their relationship, you guys started speaking like that to them, all of a sudden they'll go, fuck, I can understand it now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, you're right.
Next stage.
That's awesome.
To the fun.
To the fun part.
Well, it's a little bit of fun. So a little thing people
naked?
know is like, she's
Oh god.
Nah,
Have your pants on?
Yeah, it's just a
so
He's bringing back the cock and ball show.
So,
we might need to set up just a cock and ball camera on Max.
Yeah. Because that's all. The cameras, it feels weird for me to look this way because I feel like I'm blocking both of you out when I look at the camera. So I've got to look here and all I'm seeing is this.
Just balls.
Just balls.
I love it.
Sorry, everyone.
Well,
hang on.
Sorry, that wasn't the fun. Let's go to what we're doing. What are we doing?
It can be the fun. We just got to pay for it now.
Oh, what? When do we have to pay?
Well, no, you guys don't.
You guys are getting paid.
When do we get ice cream? Sorry.
No, you're right. So there's a little, everyone kind of knows the yay or nay or yes or no sort of questions, but I've gone a little bit of the deeper shit and gone the existential yes or no questions.
Oh, let's do it.
But there are some stupid ones in there too, just a lot.
And just for our listeners out there as well, it's red light, green light as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right. So, are you guys a believer of love at first sight?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good question because that's what happened to me. Am I a believer of it? Well,
I am.
did
Straight away, he's just he's into it.
When you say this, just so I can be more specific, when you say love at first sight, is it like as soon as you see them, that's the moment, or is it like the person that you see and then all of a sudden that's where it starts to work?
I feel like it's more you see someone and you think I could really be with that person for the rest of my life.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
So if we want to define it, the Hollywood hot pink fucking love of, when she walks in, everyone's in slow mo.
Yeah,
the birds play.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah,
Happened to me 6 years ago.
Oh fuck, man.
Not Harvey Weinstein Hollywood. Not Harvey Weinstein Hollywood, but
I don't know what that means.
Look it up.
It happened to me when I was 16.
What, Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah.
No, fuck.
No, I'm kidding. It happened to me when I was 16 with Lauren. She didn't know who the fuck I was. When I first seen her, it was that traditional, like, you can feel every heartbeat. Wow. You can fucking feel the wind on your skin. You start to sweat a little bit. It's a bit slow mo, and then you start to think of like like I have to talk to her. This is it. Da da da. Like those sort of I fucking believe in that 100%. But the funny thing is, if that didn't happen to me, it would be hard for me to believe it.
The reason I believe it, and then you get a little bit vulnerable here, open. I met someone, I think 6 years ago, 7 years ago maybe. When was 2018, 17, 18? Around that time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long ago it was. I met someone, and from that moment I was just like, she was amazing. And to this day I still think that. And I when I was with her, it was just like nothing else mattered. Like no one else came into my mind. No, I didn't think it was just all about her. And then going into relationships after we went separate ways, I would try to find that in someone, and I couldn't.
Right.
Yeah.
And I still can't to this day. I still haven't felt like someone. I haven't seen someone who just I could be that person. Like I've tried to. Like
You're trying to make it fit.
yeah, and it's just like when it was that happened, nothing has ever felt like that ever.
Interesting.
Yeah. There you go.
For me,
Bit of openness for Tahi.
oh mate, it's been pretty good.
Hopefully she listens.
I know, yeah.
Just message her and say, listen on from 55 minutes.
Yeah.
I got something for you.
Myself, I know a fair few people who have, ended up with their personal, like yourself, like within them knowing straight away, like meeting with, and then engage within 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Things like that. I thought, I've obviously certainly felt something like that, but I think once that initial like boom, but that could just be initial primal attraction as well.
Mm.
But once I start to get to know the person, I think that's where things can become a little bit hazy in a way. But that's where you kind of know if that really is your soulmate and your person. And if you're fortunate like those people I know, like yourself, and it does work out that way, how good. How good. Like, but I do remember once, here's a story, like you said, like I was in Brisbane seeing my best mate. Shout out Cal, I know you listen, bro. Happy birthday for yesterday too, mate.
Happy birthday, bro.
Dr. Callum Yates. If anyone has if anyone has any heart problems, go and see him. He is a top-notch heart surgeon. So.
My heart's broken.
Oh,
you were thinking it. I knew it straight away.
That's it. That's right. Yeah, that's it. He mends a broken heart.
Fuck, I shouldn't love that. That was funny.
So I was up with him, having a good time in Brizzy. It was a fucking ripper of a night. We're at this Bavarian near where he stayed, and having a great time. And we're chatting away with all these friends, and they're all asking about me, because I'm not in medicine, so that's really interesting to doctors. Someone who's not a doctor,
Gotcha.
That actually gives them a breath of fresh air. I'm sorry if I'm generalising, but you guys really just mix within yourselves. But I'm chatting away.
Shots fired.
Yeah, chatting away, and I've looked across the bar, and there was this stunning brunette woman with these dark eyes, and we locked. Similarly to what you said, we locked, and I was just like, I don't know whoever I was talking to, he was probably talking about some sort of bloke he cut up and fixed or whatever he did. Saved a life, real hero. But I was like, man, I don't give a shit what you're saying. I was like, whoa. And we just locked, and then just all of a sudden, our two groups sort of merged, and I couldn't take my eyes off her.
Yeah.
And we're just looking at each other. The whole time we're just looking at each other. Like, all these people talking around us, talking at us, but we were like talking to each other. And I think I blurted out the line of, that's all I said.
Yeah.
And then she was just like, I know. No, it's just, I just like say, hey, how you going? And then, classic line. And then she's like, yeah, good. And they said, oh, guess what? We got to go. I was like, fuck.
See, the biggest thing for me was, it wasn't a look thing.
Right.
It's the way someone's made me feel.
Yeah,
and there's only one person that's made me feel safe and happy within myself, and it's him. And I think that's why I have much respect for our relationship.
Yeah.
Is that like when we ever come at each other, it's not a hateful thing. And then that's the only other person I've felt that from is that person.
Wow. That's actually pretty heavy.
So we're fucking now.
I came in the office. I came in the office yesterday, bro. And he's just like, he just turned around. He just looked at me up and down. He's just like, fuck. And I was like, what? And he's just like, man, you're fucking looking good today.
Yeah, the haircut was on point. Had short shorts on.
Legs were popping. Not as big as yours, but they were.
Yeah, no, they were popping.
They were going.
They were popping.
This is getting good. Okay, right.
Right, second one.
I'm going to be. Do you believe in the supernatural? Well, now you guys believe in that bullshit fairy tale. Do you guys believe in the supernatural?
100%.
Yeah.
158%. Yeah. It's, I've told this story before.
Yeah.
My twin passed away, and
100%, yes.
ever since then, she's been fucking with me.
Yeah.
She turns she's turned fucking every electronic thing off in the car while it's been on and we've been driving, and she's turned ovens
Maybe
on,
that was her
microwaves.
turning off the radio,
Mate, 100%.
and now it's back on.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe it
Fucks
wasn't
around.
Lauren.
Well, no, I've seen a hot fuse it. And yeah, no, definitely. It's been happening to me since I was very young.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Just shit would not in a scary way, not in like you see a kid at the end of the bed going, I see dead people. Not like that, but more like just weird things. It also I get the feeling of like something's not watching me, but something's next to me.
Yeah.
All the time, moving around. So if I'm sitting here by myself, like doing work, like it feels like someone is just like got a chair next to me. It's just sitting there next to me.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. So 100% believe yes.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'm about the same, eh? Well, I haven't got that much. Look, I can talk everyone's... we can use this on your community days. You want to get to know me? I can talk your ears off about the actual quantum physics of the sort of proof of supernatural.
Open one.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I am. Anyway, no, well, that's kind of what it is. But yeah, in that quantum world, that's where you can kind of explain shit. Anyway.
Nice.
But anyway, I'll stay away from that one. Here's a good one. Who was your school teacher crush?
Oh, fuck! I forget a name.
I can't talk about
You know,
one.
that was good.
Fuck.
What?
PE teacher.
Just can't.
PE teacher was in year 9 and year 10. She had this fuck. Am I going to say this?
Go.
Lauren doesn't listen anyway. She has this do you know like those old school like folders that had like the sleeves in it? Yep.
Manila folders.
Yeah, but like the bigger ones, like the hard ones. Do you know what I'm talking about? And you can have like heaps of like, is that what they're still called? Manila folders? Yeah, anyway. But on the inside of the cover, they have like that bottom plastic sleeve thing where you can keep stuff in there. In the bottom of that, she had a beach photo. Yeah, yeah. She had a beach photo with her and friends, like in beachwear, let's just say.
Yeah.
Let's just say the boys in year 9 stumbled upon it. We were frozen. Oh my God. But yeah, it starts with a C. Fuck, what's her name? I can't remember. But yeah, that's her.
Yeah, I'll just say yes. I had one.
What? Why? Why can you not?
Why can't you go into detail?
Because we're on a podcast.
Fucking hell, mate.
What? So she would listen in.
She might. Never know.
No. Yeah.
So maybe I should have just said what I said. Fuck. I'll edit it. Max, what about you? Yeah.
Mate, look at me. Of course. Yeah, yeah, primary school I had one. Obviously, you all do.
Primary school?
Primary school, bro.
What the fuck?
mate.
Bro,
That's when-
come on.
Oh, shit, I don't know. Well, I
Kindergarten.
don't know what you guys hit your puberty, but, you know, I was late years.
17.
What's that?
Yeah. No, her name was, at the time, I don't know if the old boys listen to this, Miss Howell, I think her name was.
Oh, you've dropped the name.
Yeah.
What the
Mate,
fuck?
I'm
How do you
dropping.
remember that?
Hey, I got a good memory, man. So anyway, yeah, she was just quite a pretty young thing back then, and everyone had a crush.
You were a young thing back then. You were 6 years old.
I was not year six, mate. Year 6.
You'll learn your ABCs and you want to get down.
You're terrible. This is making me look so fucking bad. No,
ICUP.
Fucking hell. Nah, she was had a little primary school crush, and
Oh,
she's a
fuck.
pretty teacher. And then I went away to what I had one. I had one at.
Juvie? Because you,
Yeah.
Hey, I wouldn't be a junior.
you had a career. Yeah, that's true.
About.
She was.
When I went to early high school, there was a couple. I don't know, there was a couple there. And,
Let's just say yes. Let's just say yes, you had one.
I know, but then I went to boarding school, and that's when.
Oh, boarding school. Did you go to boarding school?
Yeah, man.
Did ya?
Yeah.
Whereabouts was that?
In Sydney.
Yeah, I thought so.
That
All
explains a
boys?
lot.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck
All
yeah,
boys,
you
mate.
fucking horny cunts would have
That
been
explains a
So
lot.
you are. Yeah, no, it does. Yeah. That's why I can't talk to women, right? You're just like. Yeah. No, there was one particular teacher that when she walked across the crowd, everyone would stop talking. It'd be like, chatter, 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 deep voice, high voice, all that could be mixed
yeah.
voice, and then it'd be nothing, and all you hear is
Heels?
yeah, heels, short, well, shortish skirts, let's say knee length.
Let's move on. Max is
Anyway.
getting too excited.
Yeah,
That table's starting to lift.
Yeah, I think a boys' school with boys, ranging from year 7 to 12, there is a lot of raging testosterone.
Oh, mate.
And
God.
pretty good. We're all good at rugby too. So it was just a very boys' year. And I tell you what, it was good though. Good experience. Anyway, on the back of that, do you have the confidence to approach a gym crush?
Yeah.
Or do you think it's appropriate?
I don't think it's appropriate. I don't think you should. If you're at the gym, unless it's like a mutual thing that happens, you cross paths and you'll talk. But if you go, I think it's wrong to go up and just to talk to someone while they're training, because you're there for a reason. You're there to train, and if you do happen to cross paths and you do talk, then fair play.
What about let's just say she's about to start and you just finished cross.
Depends on the conversation. If she wanted to talk, if I could feel she was going to talk, then I'd talk. But if it was just like, yep, you finished, yeah, sweet, off you go.
So it's a simple yes or no.
Oh, it's a yes and a no for the 2 parts question.
Yeah, I do have the confidence to do it, but it depends on the situation if I do it or not.
It's never happened to me, so no.
I'll come to the gym for you, bro.
That's all right. Well, I got a lot of gym crushes.
This is just out you, bro.
You wrote these questions too.
So he licked his lips here as well.
Oh man, this is great.
Yeah, I think all the big lifters at Hunter Strength, geez, I can't get enough of them. Those boys. But there's nothing better than all of us rocking up in our soft suits, ready to get down and dirty with some squats. It's great. Everyone building up their big
Where do I get one of those soft suits? I'm asking for a friend.
I hope I'm not that friend, because I don't want
I'm taking it home to Lauren.
Well, there's lots. You can go to Iron Tanks. You can go to
should
load of
Dress
lifting.
up as that.
Yeah, you should dress up as that.
That'd be all right. Dress up as me.
Yeah, dress up as Max. Fucking hell.
It was. Yeah, so there's a few there, but yeah, appropriate to talk to them. Like you say, if it's that time where it is appropriate.
Yeah.
For me though, everyone stays away, so no one comes up and talks to me.
Yeah.
It's a bit sad, but no one really wants to get crushed. So see ya.
All right, last one.
Do you pee in pools?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
What about this one?
Yep.
Do you piss in baths?
Fuck yeah.
Oh no.
When I'm done.
This is the debate. I love this one because this causes debate. Why don't you piss in a bath?
Because I'm washing myself.
Yeah, exactly. Why do you piss in a bath?
When I'm done.
Yeah, but okay, cool. So when you're done,
Okay, but wait, whoa.
hey,
If you've just spent the whole time washing yourself and then you piss when you get out, you're getting out dirty.
Do you know how fucking clean urine is? You piss on yourself when you get stung by a jellyfish. Come on.
I'm not just walking around getting stung by jellyfish.
Bro, this isn't fucking Bear Grylls.
Yeah.
You having a bath?
This is
You just go in the bath. He's got the funnel up, just like
Get me fucking jellyfish.
That's right.
yeah, fucking rubber ducky floating around.
Yeah. Oh, it stung me. Piss on myself.
Who was that footy player? The gargoyle.
Mitchell Pearce.
No,
Todd Carney.
Todd Carney. That's
the bubbler.
The bubbler. Yeah.
Do you know what? I reckon when you're in the shower of your missus, you have to piss on them.
Oh fuck! What?
Yeah, you do.
Every
It's
time-
marking your territory, mate.
I've never had a shower and not piss on my partner. Sorry.
Maybe that's why you don't have a partner.
You just stand there, you just like you start laughing.
Yeah,
It's
sorry.
funny. And then they're like, have you got the hot water on? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the water. Don't look down.
Yeah.
What's that smell? Shush.
That's how I got caught.
That's how you get called out, it's because of smell.
Yeah.
Well, I know she probably doesn't listen, but if she does, sorry.
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 Whatever.
Sorry, it's funny.
Yeah,
I
no.
got pissed on too. So.
Bro, you're exposing yourself today.
This is
All right, let's wrap this up, eh? All right, everyone. Sorry for
Holy fuck.
sorry for the last 25 minutes of what's
No,
happened.
that's fucking hilarious. That's so good. Oh, fucking hell. I don't know what episode this is, but fucking thanks for tuning in.
We got to say something.
Yep.
We got episode 50 coming up, and we're going to dress up. So I'm going to leave a little comment section that you can comment into what we should wear.
Where?
I don't know where, somewhere. We're
Okay.
going to leave a comment section.
Just find a comment section.
I'll put one on my socials. I'll put one on my socials,
Yep.
and people can say what they want us to dress up as
Yep,
for
cool.
episode 50.
Yep, sweet. I like it.
Either wear or not wear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
we got to figure it
I'm coming as Fat Thought, so everyone can suggest that. I've already Googled the uniform.
No.
All right, we're out of here.
Thank you for listening, and we'll see you on the next one.
Peace. Fade to black.
out.